Hurrah! It's me. It's ballad time. Hang some bloody bunting. Now shut your eyes, sit back, we're off to 1820 something. The belching Georgian after party. An age of gout and laudanum, where opulence and dropsy spread to all that could afford them. The spit roast swine, Germanic wines, Beau Brummel's ice cold quips, the clash of Nash's symmetry with George's wobbly bits. Frayed pantaloons and powdered cheeks and booze sucks to the prigs. The Tories were in power, but it was all about the Whigs. And dandies dashed in hackney cabs from bar to drinking shop, a gin-soaked trail of tabs until their foppish waistcoats popped. And just as in our stage school age, the slack George Chasnay's dream of being auto-tuned and airbrushed into pop's harem, so young men walk the gaslit streets of London's rotten heart with grand ideas to take their lives and spin them into art. And so, our hero, Edward Dando, apprentice to a hatter. We don't know what his hats were like, but they, dear friends, don't matter, for days spent stitching hats for chaps and Dando mad with boredom. A line of dandruff decades stretched out miserably before him. A member of that lunar race that history near forgot. He might, had he been born later, line up with Marx's lot, but short on ideology or union or committee, Dando only had a hunch that life was sort of shitty. Or some were blessed with tails and titles, others buffed their boots, and pickled, stewed and boiled the scraps of labour's rotten fruits. Oh, who will pave my grave with jewels? Oh, who will sing of me? The hatters, blacksmiths, cooks and fools all piled up like scree. And that, thought Dando, couldn't be the way for him, so he resolved to live a life of shellfish, beer and vim. So, off then to an oyster house. Sawdust on the floor, a pile of shells around his boots. Our hero orders more. Shuck, gulp, drop. Shuck, gulp, drop. And all washed down with porter. The swagger of a Don Juan with his mitts on someone's daughter. And when he'd swallowed 30 dozen, Dando belched and sighed, performed a dance of pocket pats. What rotten luck, he lied. I'm sorry, Mr. Oysterman, I'll have to see you clear another day. All right, old boy, next time I'm passing here. And had he been a gentleman, the trader would have bowed, sent him on his merry way contented with this vow, but swagger isn't breeding. And no sooner out the door, this whistling cocksure hatter felt the rough arm of the law. They banished our voluptuary to Brixton for a month, where Dando's raging hunger gave the other lags the hump. They shackled him in solitary for stealing beef and bread, where there the old screws pummeled him and boxed his grisly head. But when his month of gruel was up, he found the nearest stall, devoured 10 dozen oysters and then coughed up bugger all. Alack, his choice of oysterman, this one built like a bull, left our hero in the gutter, sore but very full. So Dando spent his life like this, from oyster house to beating, from shellfish stall to court and jail, and all for sake of eating exactly what he wanted to, exactly when he wanted. For every bristling oyster man or judge that he affronted, he gained 100 new admirers. Dando strikes again. Can nothing sate his appetite for oysters, ale and pain? Till 1832 rolled round. The aged sailor Kino on the throne. Austerity in place of George's bling. And Dando, like his royal exemplar, saw his fortunes fade. One August night, in Coldbath Fields, on prisoner parade, our man collapsed with cholera. They carried him inside, where legend, that forgiving mistress claims before he died they brought a dozen oysters to his licey prison bed. He rubbed his stomach. He downed the lot. And then he fell back dead. They buried him in Clerkenwell beneath St James's bells. The balladeers sung songs of him and paved his grave with shells.